Many small business owners are proud that they do not have any debt at all, and they shout this from the rooftop like it's a badge of honour. But what if I was to tell you that debt is usually the key to unlocking growth in your business? Would you still think it was such a bad thing? Watch this video to find out more. And really quickly, before we begin, if I could ask you to hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. In our private lives, most of us don't think twice about getting debt. If we want to buy a house, we get a mortgage. If we want a car, we sign up to PCP. And if we want to go on holiday, we pay in instalments. But for some reason, when it comes to small business, we're not quite so comfortable with debts. And excluding bounce back loans, only around 20% of small businesses have long-term finance. And there's an awful lot of bad narrative around debt. We seem to work our whole entire lives to pay off our mortgage and pay off debts as quickly as possible. So I really understand why small business owners feel that debt is a negative thing. But debt is often the key to unlocking growth and allowing you to scale your business at the pace that you want and deserve. So before we delve into the detail, let's talk about the undeniable benefits that debt can bring to your small business. So the biggest thing that debt enables you to do is to act now. You don't need to dream about what you want to do in the future and scrimp and save for years and years to make it happen. You can literally do it now. So whether you're looking at purchasing new equipment or taking on new staff or revamping your website or doing a marketing campaign, you don't need to wait any longer and you can get that sorted right away. But it is really crucial that you have a very clear plan of what you're going to do if you do get debt in your business and how you're going to use it. So before signing up to any loans or financial products, you need to think about all of the opportunities that would be available to your business should you have more cash. So go ahead and take a closer look at your business and consider all of the areas where an injection of cash could make a significant difference to your growth. So this could be, for example, expansion projects that you've been putting off, or employing new people, or increasing your marketing spend. All you need to do at the moment is create a list of potential ideas and pinpoint those opportunities in your business. And once you have pinpointed those areas, you do need to go ahead and do a comprehensive business plan. That means that if you've got lots of different opportunities, you do need to weigh them all up and decide which one will generate the most cash and profit in your business and choose that one to go ahead with. So that does mean that if you've got multiple opportunities for growing your business, you do need to settle on one of them and you need to do a cost-benefit analysis for that. So make sure you check out this video and it will tell you exactly how to do that. So once you've chosen that one opportunity, you need to do a really thorough business plan. And this business plan will tell you some really critical numbers, such as how much profit you'll make and when you'll break even. But it will also give you the confidence that you need to know that you can make the repayments on any financial product that you take out. So hopefully now you're on board with the concept of what debt can do in your business and how it can rocket fuel your growth. Now let's take a look at some of the options available to you. Now before we begin, it's really important for me to say that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not affiliated with any specific banks or financial institutions. I'm purely giving you my best advice in my personal experience and as a chartered accountant. But it's really important that you take advice from a professional based on your individual circumstances before signing up to any loans or financial products. Now, traditional bank loans are one of the most common products that small businesses sign up to, and one of the reasons for this is they are very widely accessible. You can go and get them from high street banks, but also they give you certainty. You know exactly how much you're going to repay and you can choose what period you do that over. So that might be a few years or it could be up to 10, 20 plus years. So the downside of bank loans is that they are for a fixed amount, so they're not flexible. So if you overestimate how much cash you're going to need, you will pay for all of it regardless of whether you use it. But bank loans do allow you to draw down different amounts at different times, so there are some quite flexible products out there. So these are best used when you have quite a large project over multiple different purchases and over a period of time. Now, another option is to use government-backed loans as well. There are some out there. A loan is different to a grant. A grant is where the government gives you money that you don't have to repay, but a loan is where the government gives you a loan that you repay. And sometimes these are through financial institutions or charities. And just because they're government backed, it does not mean that the interest rates are more favourable, but do check these out and compare them to any loans that you might get from financial institutions like banks as well. The third option that you could consider is asset finance. Now, asset finance works similar to a loan in that you will have fixed repayments over a fixed period of time. But the difference is that the asset finance can only be spent on something very specific. So if you're wanting to buy a new piece of equipment or machinery, then asset finance could be perfect for you. Now, asset finance tends to have slightly lower interest rates than a traditional loan, and the reason being because the asset that you buy is used as security against the loan. So if you default on your payments, then you could lose the asset. So overdrafts are not normally what I'd recommend for people looking to grow, but where this could be a really good opportunity is if you are a business that already has a set amount of cash in its bank that you're keeping there as a safety net or a rainy day fund. So say, for example, you have £20,000 in the bank that you think is there and that helps you feel safe and secure that you can dip into it should you need it. Then what you could do is spend that £20,000 but replace it with an overdraft for £20,000. And the reason why overdrafts can be really powerful is that the interest rates are generally higher than traditional loans or asset finance, for example. However, you only pay for an overdraft should you need it. So if you only need £100 in an overdraft, then you only pay interest on £100, whereas if you have a loan, you pay interest on the entire value that you've borrowed. So overdrafts are really flexible, and they could be a way of plugging short-term cash flow issues in your business that enable you to spend your safety net for growth instead. And the final option that I want you to think about for using debt to grow your business is to use personal finance. Now, often people say you should keep your personal and your business finances separate, but what you will find as a small business owner, when you're applying for financial products, even through a limited company, the banks and the financial institutions will require you to personally guarantee a lot of the products. So if you get a business loan in a limited company and the limited company goes under, then normally the bank will require you personally to repay that money. Therefore, if there are no benefits to getting business products as opposed to personal products, then this opens up a whole market of credit available to you, because generally speaking, it's easier for a person to get a loan or a credit card or something similar in their own name rather than through a business. There also tends to be a lot more products available to individuals rather than businesses, and they tend to be more competitive and come at lower interest rates and have really good incentives attached to them, such as no interest periods and things like that. So personally, I have used a lot of mortgage. So I've remortgaged my home to release some equity to fund my business ventures, and this could be a viable option for you also. So it's definitely not appropriate for everybody. It completely depends on your personal circumstances, but it's something for you to consider whether you could use personal finance to fund your business's growth plans. So there are other options out there available too, such as invoice financing, and even some of the more modern phenomena such as crowdfunding are available too. Now remember, debt can be a really effective way of speeding up your business growth, but it's important that you do a really comprehensive business plan and you don't take any risks with products that you can't afford to repay. And only take on debt if you have a clear plan of exactly what you're going to do with that money and how you're going to repay it, but more importantly, how you are going to use it to generate revenue and profit on your business to grow. And remember, always speak to a professional and get professional advice based on your specific circumstances. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.